Well, howdy, everyone. Here you are thinking it's the grand season finale of the Calamity Janes Season 1. But no, it's too big. It's too important. We have too much to discuss. And the internet keeps crapping out. So we're doing a side quest today.
Woo-hoo!
Yay!
Woo!
Everyone may cheer now. It is allowed.
Woo!
It's required, though.
John,
Yes,
you're
it's
too
required.
contrarian to
Yay.
do anything that's required. We know this.
Okay, that is
That's
absolutely true.
valid.
What if I said that tonight we're going to talk about a whole bunch of pussy?
Sold. I'm in.
Well, I would hope so.
Okay.
Because it's your pussy.
Good news, John's the star.
Before we get started, there is a very important bit of business to discuss. It's pimpin' time, everybody. So let's introduce ourselves. I'm Marie Carr. My books are now in bookstores. I have a new series coming out with Falstaff Books starting with The Accidental Summoner, which should be available this summer, supply chain willing. And you can find me at rachelecarr.com. How about you, Misty?
Wow, me. Well, I'm Misty Massey. I am the writer of the Mad Kestrel series of pirate fantasy adventures. And yes, bitches, I said series because book 2 is going to be in real life. I've got a pre-order link on Amazon that is live tonight, and I am jazzed about it. So Kestrel's Dance, go to Amazon, make your pre-orders, and if you really, really desperately need my signature, I will have copies at A&D Con, but pre-order would be wonderful too.
Whoop, whoop.
And A&D Con's in August, in
It
case
is.
you were wondering.
And if you're interested in picking up tickets for A&D Con, where you'll be able to get your signed copies of The Accidental Summoner, Kestrel's Dance, and literally dozens of other books, except for Drew's, because you'll only be able to buy one of Drew Hayes' books because it'll push your bag over the weight limit. But everybody else writes reasonable length stuff. So if you go to authorsanddragons.com, click the con link, you can buy your ticket to A&D Con, which is in Charlotte at the University Hilton this August. And you can go ahead and make your room reservations, because if we fill up the hotel block, John doesn't have to write a great big goddamn check. So let's do that, all right?
We like that. Yay!
Big fan
Will
of
you
that.
have books there, John?
I'll have a couple.
Just asking.
Just a few.
Just a couple?
I did literally spend $1,000 last weekend to expand the Falstaff bookmobile so that I can carry more stuff.
Yay!
So
We saw that.
Yay!
for Jordan Con, in my office right now, I have 6 small plastic bins of books, 12 large plastic bins of books, and 9 cardboard boxes full of books for Jordan Con.
And a catio in your backyard.
And a catio in my backyard.
We'll get there. We'll get there. But
I
we got
know.
pimping to do first.
I just wanted
Melissa,
to say,
you got anything to pimp?
No, I don't have anything to pimp, but you can go and buy all the awesome stuff from Falstaff because all of it is awesome, and I can't get my life together to write anything, so buy everybody else's.
There you go.
Amen, sister.
That's fair.
We love you. How about you, Teresa? Pimp away.
Okay, so I'm Teresa Glover, and I am marginally more observant than the character that I play in the game. Marginally. I'm the
Debatable.
It depends on the day and whether or not I've taken my Adderall, to be honest. I am the author of the Caitlin Kelly Monster Hunter series with Falstaff Books, and I'm also an editor at Falstaff Books. My most recent release to pimp is the collection of the Caitlin Kelly novellas under the omnibus Blood Moon over Bourbon Street. I will for sure be at Authors and Dragons Cons because, duh, that's where all the cool kids will be in August. And when I'm not at a
And me.
you're a cool kid. Come on now, stop it.
Don't make me pinch you.
When I'm not at a convention, the best place to find me is at falstaffbooks.com, where most of these fools that you love probably have at least 1 or 2 titles available.
Speaking of people with Falstaff titles, I think that segues to a certain Emily.
That is me, Emily. No, E.M. Kaplan. And one day I'm going to have Falstaff books coming out as well.
You already have one.
That's right. I have Fandango the Fantastical. I also have, I'm almost done writing my second mystery for you all.
Ooh.
I know I might take a little break after that and help Rachel write our secret project.
Dun, dun, dun. We will discuss our secret project since it is about all things pussy today.
Right. Oh, but one thing I have to pimp are these really cool Calamity Jane, one of a kind, except I got 200 of them, keychains that you can get in your swag bag at A&D Con in Charlotte.
They are quite epic. We have seen them.
She got 199 of them.
What is this swag bag you speak of, Emily? How do you get a swag bag?
I honestly don't know.
You attend the convention. They give you a swag bag.
Give us money, we'll give you shit.
Yeah,
Get it,
come over here. Yeah.
It's just like the
That is good.
Oscars.
It is like the Oscars, only with slightly more slapping.
Since there are 2 tiers of membership, you can get the normal peasant swag bag, or you can get the badass VIP swag bag.
Ooh.
It
is
almost
pretty
sounded like
badass.
you said. It almost sounded like you said slag bag.
Yes, your slag bag.
Mhm.
But yeah, when you go to authorsanddragons.com and click on the link for the con, you can buy your VIP ticket and get better swag.
That is true.
Dun, dun, dun.
And everyone, if there's one facet of humanity we support, it's feeling better than other people.
Hell
Duh.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
We authors. It's how we roll. We should also be remiss that there is one person not here to pimp her stuff, but please check out buysuelondon.com because she has some awesomely steamy Regency romances. And they should be appreciated in a night where we discuss all things pussy. Don't worry, we've already been demonetized, so let's enjoy this.
Seriously, Bevan is on the other podcasts. You can't think that you talking about pussy is the reason we're getting demonetized.
That is true, but there is one goal. I have seen it. There is nothing greater than seeing Bevan get shut up by somebody else's experience. So there are those that can actually shock Bevan in this world. So you should check out all the Authors and Dragons fellow podcast side quests, mimic chests, and God knows what else to see that rare occurrence happen. Have we pimped our shit?
I think I have a new goal in life.
Oh yes. If you do it, Melissa, oh my God, I shall bow before you. Not that I don't already, but yes, everyone should have a goal of make the Bevan blush.
Make the
Nope.
Bevan
Mwah.
blush.
Chef's kiss.
That should be a t-shirt.
So far, I've seen Jonathan Mayberry do it. So let's see if the rest of us can.
Well,
Wow.
Jonathan Mayberry also managed to stun me into silence, which hardly ever happens.
Believe me, it's worth it. If you haven't checked out, we do have a wonderful interview with Jonathan Mayberry. Coming out is out. Time has no meaning because we never know what order stuff is posted after being recorded.
Is out. Well, it's out by the time anybody hears this.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Is the pimping done? Have we pimped our shit enough? Not that really any authors can pimp their shit enough, but are you ready to get to the heart of today's discussion?
Apropos of
Bring-
pimping,
Spay and neuter your pets.
Well, yes, please spay and neuter your pets. Bob Barker did have that right. Rest in peace. But we're here to talk about something that motivates everyone on this podcast quite a lot. Yes, indeed. We're here to hear about John's pussy. Drum roll, please. Mr. Hartness, or the Hartness, as I often call you. Care to share your sordid tale of what you discovered when you thought you were alone?
well, so here's the deal. Our next door neighbor a few years back had a black cat who kind of roamed free. And she was very sweet and friendly, and we called her, Susie and I, my wife, and I called her Miss Kitty. We had no idea what her real name was. And after a while, we didn't see Miss Kitty anymore, and the neighbors moved out, and new neighbors moved in, and then, oh, look, that looks like Miss Kitty, except that's smaller. Oh, I guess maybe that's Miss New Kitty. So Miss New Kitty is sweet and will come up and let you scritch her on the head, and she'll maybe, if you're sitting on the back steps reading, she'll sit down next to you and demand to be pet. And I frequently will sit out in the sun and read on my Kindle and pet the kitty on the back patio. Now, since we lost our dog several years ago, our backyard is a cat sanctuary. Anytime I go out, there's at least one random neighborhood cat just kind of chilling on the lid to the defunct hot tub or chilling on the brick, ancient brick grill that was built in halfway down our backyard, or just, sprawled on the patio waiting to be loved. And I came out today and I was like, I heard something rattling on my window unit air conditioner here in the office. And I was like, oh, Miss Kitty's come by, because she will frequently just leap from the ground onto the top of my air conditioner and hang out. And I thought, oh, well, I'll go see if Miss Kitty's out there. And I walked out, I grabbed my Kindle. It's like, okay, I could use some sun. And no Miss Kitty. So I walked around the back of the house, and sitting on the lid of the defunct hot tub is a long-haired tabby that I don't know that I've ever seen before. And I was like, oh, well, hello, Strange Kitty. But as I walked over, Strange Kitty noped right out. Strange Kitty was not interested. So I walked over and I looked, and I was like, oh, looks like a kitty has made a hole in the base of the hot tub, so I guess I have a cat living under the hot tub. That's fine. At least somebody's getting some use out of the thing. So when I walked back to the back door, there was Miss Kitty. She looked up and meow. I said, okay, well, I'll hang out. So I sat on the back steps and I was reading a Jonathan Mayberry book. And I sat there for 15 or 20 minutes, scratching the cat and reading a book and just, getting a little sun. And
Sounds
as
like
I
heaven.
yeah, it was kind of great. So Miss Kitty decided it was time for her to go somewhere else. And I was like, okay, well, I guess that means it's time to go back in and go back to work. Well, that's when I saw where Miss Kitty went. We have an old pallet leaning up against our fence on our patio because Susie had this idea of building shabby chic furniture out of dismantled pallets. And she got as far as acquiring a bunch of pallets. She has not gotten as far as dismantling the pallets or building anything out of them. So this is a real solid pallet. It doesn't have the big gaps in it like most do, and it's leaning up against the fence. And I'd seen Miss Kitty come out from behind there once or twice. And I was like, oh, well, I guess Miss Kitty's made herself a little spot under there. So
Nice
she
hidey
ducked
hole.
back. Yeah, it's a cute little hidey hole. So she ducked back there, and I was like, okay. And that's when I saw this little ball of white fur. I was like, wait a minute. Miss Kitty's head to toe black. What's this? Oh,
Oh
what's
my.
that gray thing? Oh, wait, what's that black and white thing? And I look, and Miss Kitty has had kittens under that pallet. And they are now big enough. John is now Uncle John. And I sit down and I look back there and I'm like, well, hello. And they're four of the most adorable damn little kittens I've ever seen. I'm guessing they're about 6 to 8 weeks old. It looks like their eyes have just come open.
Oh my
And
gosh.
they're kind of learning how to move around, but they're not good at it yet. So I go in, I tell Susie, she's like, okay, well, let me come out and look at them. And she sits on the back stoop, and I sit on the ground next to the place, and these kittens just come out and are all over everything. And they're the cutest damn things. There's an all black with a little dot of white on its chest. There's a solid gray, kind of medium to long hair. Then there's a medium hair seal point kitty, which told me exactly who the daddy was. I was like, oh,
yeah.
I know that guy. He's come around. He hung out for a while. Haven't seen him for a bit. So, the cat that I call Roger, because he's got gorgeous blue eyes, well, Roger's a deadbeat cat dad, apparently. And then
We should
there's
start a hunt for Roger to make him pay child support.
For real. And then there's a black and white kitty whose face is all black, but it's like an inverted T, where a stripe of white goes down his nose and then spreads across to his white mouth.
Oh.
And they're the sweetest damn things, and they're adorable, and I do not want 5 cats.
But you have 5 cats, is basically what the universe is saying.
I currently have 5 cats.
Well, but wait. Aren't these actually your neighbor's cats? Because isn't that your neighbor's Miss Kitty?
Those neighbors don't live here anymore.
They abandoned Miss Kitty?
Oh, this is the original Miss Kitty.
No, this is Miss Kitty's kitten. And I don't know if they even knew Miss Kitty had a kitten.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, because Miss Kitty was an indoor-outdoor kitty for them. And someone has put at least a flea collar on this cat at some point. But I don't really have any idea who's been feeding this cat. Apparently it doesn't have a comfortable home because it chose to have kittens under a pallet in my backyard.
Right.
So do you have a box and kitty food and now all the other things?
So now there's a water bowl out there, and now there's a bowl full of cat food out there, and tomorrow I'll be putting together some type of acceptable level of shelter for the cats and all of those things, because I'm not just going to leave them out there to get wet and gross and all that. So,
because little kittens are very sensitive to temperature, and it's been cold.
I know, right?
Well, less so down here.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
they're
it did
southern
get down
kitties.
around.
They're a little more delicate.
Yeah, and it is getting down in the 40s this past couple of nights. So
The universe knew that you needed a new editor in cat, so it gave you 5.
you're right. It gave me a whole goddamn editorial team. So I'm drowning.
Just be more
Yeah.
specific when you ask the universe for things, John. Be more specific.
But it takes that many. It takes that many cats to replace Puck.
It's true.
I mean, you can
Puck was a
add the
legend.
mass of all of these cats together, and they still don't get to half a Puck.
Oh my goodness.
Puck was a 16-pound kitty.
Oh, he's Griff.
And-
Are you telling me he's Griff size? That's a big ass cat.
Yeah, when Puck would lay on my chest in the recliner, if he got up, he would wake me up from a dead sleep just by pushing off and, leaving me breathless for a week because I had a 16-pound cat shoving off from my solar plexus.
Yeah, but they
So,
are
yeah.
wonderful if you have cramps. I highly recommend a 16-pound cat. It's just a nice weighted blanket / vibrating heating pad.
Yeah,
So-
see, for people who are allergic to cats, though, that's really not a good trade-off.
Okay, I will
When-
give you, since there are a few allergic people.
My mom is a little empty nester now because, my sister and I are older and have moved out, and my dad passed on, and so she replaced us with cats. And I have to take allergy medicine to go see my mom. And because, I'm the one who is not, super crazy about loving on them because, I prefer to breathe.
Oh, no.
Her cats
Oh, no.
love me.
Can
Oh,
I
yeah.
give you some advice? This is what I've told everyone who's allergic to cats. Suffer through it once or twice. Be the crazy cat lady. Coo over them. Go nuts. Go ooh ah, and to always try to pick them up a few times, that will cure them of thinking because cats love people who give them space and distance. So usually the people that are allergic, they get all standoffish, and the cat reads it as, you respect me, and thus I will invade your space.
Oh,
So
it's
just
actually
act like
more hilarious because like I can deal with it once I've taken the allergy medication, and they'll come up and they'll love on me and whatever. And they're skittish enough that they don't want to do a whole lot, but the one cat is kind of antisocial and she will weave in and out of my feet. And it's fine. What's hilarious though, my sister is the crazy cat lady, and she has a bajillion animals. And she wants nothing more than to love on these two cats. But when she comes over, those cats head for the hills.
But that's what I said. It's the people who really love them, as particularly like whisper kitties, skittish kitties, they will run from you. So the best way to get a cat to leave you alone is to act like you love it. I mean,
entirely,
they're a bit abusive.
But it's just hilarious to see my sister get frustrated.
So it's kind of like elementary school playground romance.
It is
Absolutely.
elementary school playground romance.
I think it's hilarious to see my sister get frustrated that the cat won't love on her, but it loves on me. So, you know.
I just
But
love
I'm a
the
little
fact
snot
that,
like that.
that I'm supposedly allergic to cats. The doctor said I was allergic to cats. I looked at him and I said, no. Like, it doesn't work that way. I said, oh, yes, it does. He's like, you are totally allergic to cats. I said, explain how I've had them since I was 5 years old and I don't react to them. He's like, that's impossible. I said, I react to them for 2 weeks and then my body just says, okay, you can stay.
I snuggled my mom's guinea pig at one point and broke out in hives.
Oh, I'm definitely allergic to guinea pigs. That is one thing in my family. They are very high on the allergen scale. I didn't realize that.
So I hate to interrupt here, but I'm having the same experience on dating websites as you are with cats. People who don't like cats.
Yeah.
It's that I'm hopping onto these.
I thought you were
What?
going to say people that make you sneeze.
well, kind of.
I
pretty
thought
much.
you were going to say you were drowning in pussy.
Hey,
Well,
we
it's
don't
a
kick
little,
shame here.
It's a little similar. Well, I'm like checking out some dating websites, and the second I get on and I'm like, I don't think I should be here. I get a lot of, like swipes or whatever they call them, or hearts, and I'm like, okay, I'm, and then I run screaming.
Emily, there's something we need to tell you. I don't know if you've realized this, but you're fundamentally awesome, and that aura is just going to attract people.
Well, thanks.
I hate to break it to you, but yes, cat rules apply. The more standoff, you get the whole like naughty librarian aesthetic. She's hard to get. It's like putting kryptonite in front of douche bros.
Well, you know what you could do to really gatekeep that situation is just Claudia out a little bit on the dating website, and that'll weed through the psychos real fast.
Well, I'm gonna leave the peeing part out, but I see the point that you're making.
Be the lovely lady of layers.
There you go.
On your profile picture. Put on the bear hat for the profile picture and see what you get.
Oh, well,
I mean,
List your shingles book
I
as
got nothing
your
for you.
publication.
Dating websites didn't exist the last time I went on a date.
well, yeah, you and I are roughly the same age, and this is freaking me the F out. I'm like, maybe, I've tried 2 different websites now, and I'm like, one starts with a Z, one starts with a B. But, I am freaked out, and I'm considering going back over to Pet Finder for a, furry buddy to hang out with instead.
But you're allergic to cats, aren't you, Emily? You have to go for
I
the
am.
dog.
I need a dog, yes.
Don't diss
Unless
on a
they
dog.
get that cat vaccine going,
I'd say we need the cat vaccine so that Emily, because you need to experience the joy of my cat. Because I think you and Tsunami are kind of soulmates. My cat is a
Wait.
force of nature.
I think she's
Cat
trying to tell me that I'm going to mute her. Yeah. There's a cat vaccine that they're supposedly working on that makes the cat's own immune system suppress the allergens. that, the dander.
Oh, so the cat
So if you're
takes the
if you're
vaccine.
allergic to
Oh.
pet dander, it will make they've had a few tests and it makes all cats hypoallergenic like Sphinx cats.
And
Except
then
without the
not-
looking like Sphinx cats.
Right.
Correct.
Those things are creepy.
no naked butts all over your kitchen surfaces.
Yeah.
Oh,
Those things are
and
creepy.
the puckering, the
Oh,
That's a different dating website.
pretty sure
think
that
of
one
Which
that
starts with
one?
an
Naked
F.
butts all over your kitchen surfaces or pucker? Or yeah.
Both.
Yeah.
Oh,
Different subsections. I'm pretty sure that one starts with F.
Oh man, you're making me take a cough drop already, guys. I don't know. There's a lot of discussion of pussy, but does anyone have any good pet stories while we're here? Since we've already made poor Emily talk about web. I think Pet Finder probably is the dating site for you. In a non-creepy way. I mean, she needs
right, non-creepy.
in
Not
a
a furry kind of way.
Yeah.
Not that furry.
Although, did you know that they made furry Barbies? Like, I'm totally digressing, but I saw the ads for these. I'm like, first off, why am I being shown ads for furry Barbies? But it's like,
Have you met you?
cute.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say.
didn't want a Barbie when I was a little girl and they were being forced on me, and I don't want to be a furry. So why would I be getting a furry Barbie? It's not like
Oh my God.
the fact that I
Literally
hate.
everyone you
looking them up.
associate with is insane.
Okay, but I also
Yeah,
know Melissa. She's not insane.
Yes, she is.
We're all medicated.
This is an honest to
I
God
mean-
thing. I'm
Yes,
looking
we
at
are.
it on the internet, and it's real. And
I know. I had to Google as well.
The cute
There-
surprise Barbie. It's literally Barbie in a furry suit. It's kind of like that.
the
You
cute.
know, remember in the 90s, the
Cutie
rave Ken that
reveal.
everyone was like, dude, that is the gayest Ken ever. He's clearly going to a gay bar. He's got all the signs, but they said it was rave Ken. It's the same thing. It's Barbie as a furry, but they're saying cute reveal.
It's
Wow.
the cutie reveals.
That's
You're all looking at it. This
Yes,
is my job.
that
Of
is-
course we are.
fucked up.
This is, he said, my gift. And now everyone is listening to this podcast. You have to look up cutie reveal Barbie. And please, for the love of God, I do not want one, okay? I do not want one.
I feel
I'll
like
give
we
a
should.
free book to the first person who shows up with a furry reveal Barbie to Authors and Dragons Con. It'll be a
feel like we should
paperback
make
because
it like
I am a cheap shit. But
An affiliate link.
I feel like we should, if someone does actually bring it, we should all sign it for them.
especially if it's the furry reveal Barbie with the purple hair.
Because it is required by law that at least 2/5 of us have purple hair at any given time.
Have I written that into y'all's contracts yet? Because I need to.
I have always
I
held
would
up my
sign that.
Yeah, I've held up my bargain, haven't I, John?
I mean, shit, half my writers don't read the contracts. I could put something in there about a hair dye requirement, and solid 40% wouldn't have any idea it was there.
True and fun fact, though, I know of at least 2 authors who did sign their physical contracts after reading them and initialed them and mailed you the hard copy. Do you know who those 2 authors were?
Well, there's about a dozen of you. who've done that.
Oh. See? We're special, Emily, but we're not unique.
Weirdos. I didn't do it. Wasn't me.
Yes, you did. I sent you the contract. I saw you sign it initially.
Special but not unique described pretty much every author in the Falstaff catalog.
I feel
Yeah.
like we've left poor
Yeah.
Misty out because she can't have kitties, but I know that she has had some intriguing pets. Do you have any cute and cuddly stories about your pets, Misty?
Well,
Or do you want to talk about furry Barbie?
well, I was actually I went from furry Barbie to Barbie Extra, this one is, she's got on gym shorts and gym socks and a super rainbow fuzzy jacket and a huge 70s fro, and she looks like she's from like Foxy Brown or something. And I'm loving it.
Oh my God.
It's this awesome. She's got this total 70s thing going on, and it's great.
But
I'm
she's
not gonna
extra.
lie, when you said the sports socks and the gym shorts, I was going, oh god, it's a foot fetish Barbie.
Yeah, no. No. It's like Foxy Brown is a Barbie, and she's great. She's got silver high heel boots on over the gym socks. She's awesome. But
How tall are those gym socks, or are they like ankle boots? We need some perspective here.
they're ankle boots. They're high heel
okay.
silver ankle boots, and then the gym socks are half calf. So
I'm way too invested in this Barbie's couture right now.
she's awesome. I want her, and well, obviously I don't play with Barbies anymore, but I've
Did anyone here play with Barbies?
oh yeah,
Like,
Yes.
totally.
oh
Yeah.
my
I had a couple.
god. How about you, John?
I mean, I had a fuck ton of Star Wars and G.I. Joe figures, so yeah, I did the 1970s and 80s straight boy accepted playing with Barbies. I also had the $6 Million Man action figure, which is seriously, it's a Barbie doll for boys.
Yep.
Nice.
My parents and my aunts and my grandma all kept getting me Barbies every year in the distinct hope that I would end up as a straight gender norm adult female. They have naturally, as everyone here knows, can see that they failed. But all I ever really wanted was an Optimus Prime, and I asked every year from when I was 8 until I think I was 14, and I never got an Optimus Prime, but I got a ton of Barbies. So I got one Transformer. I got Skyfire, who dies in one episode. But I didn't have any other Transformers, so I would just pretend that the Barbies were like Megatron, Soundwave. Sometimes they were Dinobots. And I would just be picture young R.E. Carr making Barbie make like Grimlock Smash as they went against my one Transformer.
My Barbies went on spy missions all over the house, and sometimes they got caught by one of my Barbies was the evil she was the evil, cruel Barbie, and whenever she caught Malibu Barbie, she would hang her by her hair on the dartboard and throw darts at her to get her to talk. And Malibu never talked because she was tough. She was like...
Because she didn't want her to talk. She wanted her to die.
Exactly. She's like, Bond, Malibu Bond. But they went on spy missions everywhere. And I had Sir Stuart the Silver Knight. And he was cool because he had a horse and armor. And his arms would bend at the elbow, which meant that he could carry Barbie on his horse with him, while Ken had to just stand there going, "But Barbie, I love you." So,
but Ken doesn't have much to woo Barbie back. Let's be real here.
No. And see, Sir Stuart's got a horse and arms that can carry her. So, I'm sorry, that's romance right there, baby.
Are we talking about romance?
Speaking of weird toys.
Oh.
Now we're talking romance.
I'm scrolling through Twitter, and I see something called a menstruation crustacean.
What?
What the hell is that?
A 14-inch lobster plush with removable lavender-scented heating pad.
Wait, what?
Hey, so I have totally seen a thing that was like a meme on the internet or something, that somebody had set up a like crab lobster thing with a tray, and it was a crustacean menstruation station, and they put like pads and tampons and stuff on it.
That's cool.
Yeah, I've seen that.
This is by a company called What Do You Meme?
Oh, God.
Oh, Lord.
This is so bloody
apparently,
cute.
The menstruation crustacean rides again.
Y'all, he's a happy little lobster. He's got a happy
I don't want lobster near my hoo-ha.
It's $25 dollars for a stuffed lobster.
I know, but you can heat him up.
At least he's
in
not a
the...
crab.
It's
Exactly.
commensurate with the cost of lobster in a restaurant.
Melissa, I'm so shocked. Are you trying to make Bevan blush?
You heat him up
God,
in the
there's a
microwave, and he smells like lavender. So it smells nice when you feel bad. Oh.
There's a T-shirt that has a picture of a crab and says, "I'm not crabby. I'm a menstruation crustacean."
Oh.
Here's a trivia fact. I'm more allergic to lavender than I am to cats.
Really?
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good to know then.
You're a medical marvel.
Why didn't they make him a shark?
So, Emily?
Yeah.
Does that mean that you do not like the menstruation crustacean sensation?
Why didn't they make him a shark?
For Shark Week. Yeah, that would be.
That would be way
Or
better.
is he supposed to kind
Because
of
there's
mirror...
because Shark Week's only once a year.
Oh, no, it isn't if you're a woman,
No.
young man.
That's why it couldn't be a shark.
Or maybe it's because the lobster has 2 claws and kind of looks like, fallopian tubes or whatever.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Does
don't
look
know.
like the system, doesn't he?
You do realize that I am a massive stan of Leon the Lobster. It's like this YouTube series about a guy who in South Carolina who rescued a lobster from like a Kroger and has been caring for him. And I'm very invested in this lobster. And now I'm going to be, the next time he comes up, I'm just going to be like, but is he a menstruation crustacean? And my life is ruined. So thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Welcome.
That was so
We got you
cute.
back.
Lobsters can live to be over 100 years old.
Not
Not
a
near me,
restaurant.
they can't.
So they could be multi-generational menstruation
Yeah,
crustaceans.
who's going to take care of Leon after the caretaker dies?
Oh my God.
Whoever he leaves it to
But
in
with
his
his
will.
number of followers, somebody will take Leon, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Have y'all not seen Leon the Lobster? It's like,
Well, I have now. I'm looking him up.
yeah, and there's also cats too. So it did tie in. So we've circled back. He has adorable felines too, and does a kung fu movie with his cats in between the lobster molting. But my favorite episode is the one where, you know how YouTube people all need sponsors? By the way, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're here on YouTube. But he had sushi knives sponsoring Leon the Lobster one week, and I'm just like,
Wait. What? Sushi knives?
sushi knives were sponsoring that episode of Leon the Lobster.
Ew.
Did you say the lobster was molting?
Yes,
Yeah.
he molted. He survived.
Lobsters do that?
That's their exoskeleton can only expand a certain amount. So when they get big enough, it has to split and they have to grow a new shell, and it's soft and it expands outwards. So it's
So they don't just get stretch marks like the rest
Nope.
of us. That is totally
it is
unfair.
totally unfair. They live to be 100. They taste like lobster, and they don't get stretch marks.
I'm not a huge lobster fan. Y'all can have my lobster.
Well, I'm amazed at how lobster
I just like the butter.
is so expensive now, and it's not entirely shishi, but it's kind of shishi in a
It's
way.
bougie. Let's be real.
Yeah, it's bougie.
It's bougie.
But once upon a time, it was poor people food. Like 150, 200 years ago, it was poor people food. Rich people did not eat that shit. That was for.
I'm from
that
New
was for
England.
people.
It was cheap ass food up there too sometimes.
Yeah,
It's not anymore, sadly.
I just think it's
Oh, I'm not
fascinating
surprised by
how
that.
it's changed over the years, changed in status.
Oh my gosh.
I remember when I first moved down here, that was one of the things that kind of blew my mind, because in every grocery store up north, like in the seafood department, there was a tank with lobsters, and you could pick out a lobster, and it was like $5 a pound or something like that. And then I came down here and it did not exist. There were no tanks with lobsters, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? And then when you saw the frozen ones and they were like $15 a pound, you're like, oh my God. That was probably the moment I was most happy that I did not like lobster anyway, because I would not miss it.
Yeah, British accent is deathly afraid that after watching this series that I'm going to go raid the Whole Foods and rescue a lobster. He's legit afraid of me doing that.
Don't rescue the lobster. Let the lobster go.
Don't rescue the lobster.
The lobster has a destiny. It's to be dinner for somebody. So
It's scary though, because if you've never kept crustaceans, they are bastards. I mean, I had Bertha the shrimp ruling my tank. And she was just a little freshwater shrimp, and she was a mega bitch to all the other inhabitants. I can only imagine. And yet I've heard rumors of Petco like, oh, sure, you can keep a freshwater crayfish with a betta and some cichlids and a neon tetra. And every single actual fish keeper hearing that was just slowly turning white. Like, even my husband, who does not keep a lot of fish, was like, I'm pretty sure you can't keep crustaceans with fish because they will eat them. And it's true. And speaking of cats, Tsunami is trying to get into my fish tanks. Well, I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves.
Well, when I first moved to I was born in and spent a good deal of my childhood in Virginia, and then I moved to South Carolina when I was 11. And so here we had these new kinds of seafood that my mom had not tried making before. And so one night, I remember she and Daddy decided to cook crabs for dinner, and they had gotten live crabs and from the dock, because back then you got your seafood off the dock in the morning. So they had live crabs, and they boiled the water and they dumped the crabs in, and those crabs were desperately trying to get out, and I couldn't take it. I had to leave the house. I was freaking out so bad. I mean, like, there is no food that I want to be traumatized before I eat it. So
I come back to hearing your parents had crabs.
So speaking of being traumatized by crustaceans, I remember coming home from school at some point, and I was probably like 10, not knowing that my mom had planned to make lobster for dinner. And, being the somewhat oblivious preteen that I was, I opened the door, looking at my feet, making sure I didn't trip over the door jamb. And as soon as I look up, there are claws and legs and eye spines in my face. And I'm pretty sure I screamed and peed myself a little bit, because my mother was holding a live lobster in my face as I opened the door and thought it was the most hilarious fucking thing on the planet. I about died.
Well, that's why you hate lobster.
No, I just don't like the taste of it. No.
Oh.
It's icky.
I went to school in Massachusetts, and I actually took 2 live lobsters home with me on the plane to Arizona one semester.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. It was, I don't know what I was thinking.
Did you get the legal lobster where they pack it up?
Yeah. Totally.
Such a New England thing.
It was like I had them in a cardboard box underneath my seat, and you could hear them going scritch, 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 scritch all the way home for like hours.
That would have
It was weird.
Me out.
It was a weird idea.
Were they tasty?
You know what? I don't even like lobster that much, but my mom did, so it was for her.
Am I like the only one on this podcast that likes lobster?
I just like the butter you dip it in.
I like it fine. It's just too much work for all that money.
Yeah.
You want your food to be served to you, not have to require unpackaging?
Yeah. Yeah, if I'm going to pay that kind of cash for it, it needs to be, fucking edible.
See, I prefer, speaking of food that you have to get it out of something, I prefer oysters. I love oysters.
Oh, I can't take them. That's my textural problem, is oysters and stuff like that.
I can't believe we found a food that you don't like.
Yes, you have found it. It's this and celery, and everyone knows that there is, if you ever need to get rid of an RE car, you just open ranch dressing. I will leave the room. The smell makes me nauseous. Cool Ranch Doritos. I've literally had people who want to get rid of me, because they were prepping like a party or something for me. They all opened Cool Ranch Dorito bags, and I left. So, yeah, no. I can't. I literally can't take that smell.
That's okay. Well, that's okay. That leaves more oysters for me.
Yeah. It is one of the. I've eaten them. I've had some incredibly high quality ones. I've had them prepared beautifully, and I still don't like them very much.
We used to go down in the spring. We used to go down to my parents' place once a year, and the credit union would have an oyster roast. and we would stand out at that table shucking oysters and dipping them in butter and eating them, and then shucking another one and getting bit by sand fleas until it got dark, and then there was nothing left. But I miss that. It was so much fun.
See, I could do it with crawdads, though. You put me next to like a crawfish or a crab boil, and I am suddenly like, I remember once that my friend and I, at our birthday, like, we were at an all-you-could-eat buffet, and it had crab legs, and the chef actually came out and said, "That's all you can eat," because we had cleared them out. So,
I mean, that's one way of it being all you can eat.
it was pretty amazing. We went in with a game plan. You got to go into a buffet like this, and you got to avoid the bread, avoid the rice, avoid all the starches that fill you up, fuck vegetables, and go straight for the crab legs, and you just pound those until you cannot suck down any more sweet crab flesh. Because we're keeping it filthy.
Did that in Vegas. We would go to the Aladdin at 3:50 p.m. and we would go through and pay for the lunch buffet. And then at 4 o'clock, it flipped over to the dinner buffet, and they started bringing out the crab legs and the sushi. And we had paid for the lunch buffet, but we just stuck around until it was time for the better stuff.
Oh, they don't make you clear out?
Nope.
Nice.
Oh, this is your pro tip from the Calamity Janes podcast.
Well, that tip doesn't work anymore because the Aladdin's a parking lot now.
Oh.
That's fine.
That's so sad. It always makes me sad when restaurants that I loved when I was young are just gone. So there was.
Or some should be gone, like Sambo's.
Oh, now those should.
What is Sambo's?
I know, right? Oh God!
I mean,
never
just
went to
the name.
A chain restaurant with a horribly racist name.
Oh, and they had and they
Yeah.
had the story. It was a pancake restaurant, and they had the story of Sambo. I'm not going to say the full name of Sambo, but because it's horribly racist, but they had the whole story of Sambo on every placemat. And you were expected to read the.
Oh my God! Are you joking?
No, I'm not kidding.
Is this like makes Aunt Jemima sound PC? Is this what we're talking about?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yikes.
Oh.
It was off, and the pictures. Oh my gosh, the pictures were. Just think of the most racist picture of a black child that you can think of from 1938, and that's what the pictures were like. And it was, but we were, and of course the whole place is white people, nothing but white people, because who else is going to eat there? But yeah.
Holy crap! Here's an article from June 2020. It says Sambo's, the family chain restaurant, is down to one remaining location
It's still
in 2020.
Yikes.
What the actual?
Oh my God!
Fuck.
Do we want to know where it is, and is it Alabama?
I was going to say Alabama, Stan.
Alabama.
Oh my God! Santa Barbara, California.
Oh.
Yikes.
Holy shit! Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We went to the one in Atlanta because my grandmother liked it.
That's just wow.
If you go to the Wikipedia, then you can see the story that they based it on. It's in the Sambo's article, and you can link to it and see. Because I'm not going to say it. But.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. We're all just like, nothing like racism to really bring down the mood, is it?
For real.
I mean, given where the vast majority of those of us on that call live, we call that Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
I think back on that sometimes and go, why did we not see it? And I know why we didn't see it then, because we were living in the land of white privilege, and so we were told that this is perfectly acceptable, but it wasn't. It was awful, and I just think back and go, wow, that was really bad. So
everyone, take a deep breath. Remember your Song of the South rides hidden deep within Disneyland, and let it go.
Yeah, and it's changing. They've changed it to you talking about Splash Mountain, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was Splash Mountain.
Yeah,
I've watched enough Defunct Land. I know way too much about theme park rides I can't ride because of crippling motion sickness.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I love Log Flume, but yeah, they're changing it to so the theme is Princess and the Frog.
Well, that's pretty good because
Yeah.
I happen to love The Princess and the Frog. That's like one of my favorite Disney movies, unapologetically.
And it needed a ride. It didn't have a ride yet.
So it looks like I'm going to have to come up with some blankets or something for kitties to snuggle under tonight because they're talking about a frost warning in Charlotte.
Do you have an empty book box that you can line with some towels and help get them into a garage? Oh, yeah.
I don't have a garage, but I do have a book box that I can put some towels into and at least get them out of any wind or anything like that.
As now we're all suddenly like, pray for the kitties. That's your thing.
Yeah, we're very invested.
We are so invested, and we do demand pictures as soon as possible.
We need pictures and hopefully nicknames.
Yes, of all of John's pussy.
Lord.
I don't think we can top that. What do you think, ladies? Do you think it's time to
I think that's
give
a
a
good closing
salute?
moment.
Yep.
Don't forget your, what was it, cutie surprise Barbies. And check us out both at authorsanddragons.com. Most of us are at falstaffbooks.com, and you can see us all in person this August 2022 at the University Hilton in Charlotte, North Carolina for Authors and Dragons Con.
It's a blast. Come see us. Woohoo!
So be excellent to each other, people. This is the Calamity Janes, and tune in next time for our season finale. Dun, 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 dun.
Authors and Dragons is brought to you under a Creative Commons license, meaning you are free to share this material so long as credit is given to those who created it, which is us, the people you just heard play the game. Opening and closing themes performed by the Gore Core 4.
Authors and Dragons!